Hi everyone, today I'm going to finish the little polar bears. If you watched part 1 of last week, you'll see how I made these. Today I'm going to go ahead and make them little habitat areas. They'll be simple. Please stay tuned and watch the video. I'll see you in a moment. Hello everyone, this is Billy. Welcome to Billy Home and Creations. Today I'm going to take the little polar bears that I did last week in part 1 and we're going to make little trays / coasters possibly with them, and we're going to give them each their own little habitat, I'll say. So I do need to put eyes on all of these polar bears, and we've got a few more preparations we need to make. So before I paint their eyes, let's show you who we have here. We have the little glitter bear. Now he was just made with dollar store glitter and clear resin, and I used my Let's Resin resin, and it's a 2-part resin. There's a little texture on the molds. I wanted to see what they look like, is why I just basically poured them somewhat plain so I could see how they turned out. I can't tell if these two that lay down are sleeping or not, but they need their eyes. We'll put in some eyes. This little blue one, same little mold, I used a foil underneath him, and look at the foil is lightening up, and this was done just a few days ago, but the foil was dark blue when I put it in there. Now it's lightening up, and this is what you see when he's well, that's not a good example, but he still has his blue tint, and we'll make a special place for him too. Then this one turned out really pretty. I love this one. I wish I would have gotten 2 molds of this one. Now these were from Temu, but he's laying down. I think this one is asleep, but he needs his nose and eyes done also. Now he was made with Mayspring's Dazzling Diamond in just clear resin. He turned out gorgeous. I love this one. He's one of my favorites. So we won't need the Dazzling Diamond. We're done with that. Now this one, I used K-Resin's mica powder, which was snow, and it's a very pretty white. He is a white polar bear, very pretty. So we're going to make a special place for him, and I'll probably use the K-Resin Snow mica again. Okay, then the last one. Now this was made with the oh gosh, Fantasy Berry Colors mica. I don't know. It's supposed to have a blue tint in it. This was from Temu, so it's not a real high, I guess you'd say high class. I don't know, but mica. But he's turned beige. He's really beige. The blue shows up somewhat, and even with the clear resin, I don't like the color he turned into, you know, compared to the others. So we're going to do something totally different with this one. So let me see if I can't just take my marker, my Sharpie extra fine point pen, and see if I can't just color in the eyes. And if I can't do it very well with the marker, I'm going to go ahead and use my Tester's black paint. But let's start with this one. He'll be our experimental bear. But I just want to see if that'll work. If I can be neat about it. There's a little black nose. So I don't know if I can get into the grooves very well with the pen, but we'll try. His nose is bigger than I thought. Once I get to looking at it, I think I need a magnifying glass for some of these little pieces that are so small. Let me just color in his nose. His eyes don't, well, his eyes do look open. I imagine with a paintbrush I'd still get these little rigidy edges with the paint because of the texture of the bear. Can't really see his mouth. Let's just color him in, because I know This is permanent marker, and it's not going to go anywhere, so I don't have to worry about, you know, using an acrylic and sealing it in there. So let's just get the rest of his nose done. I won't worry about the inside of their ears. Actually, I don't recall seeing what the inside of their ears looked like. I don't think they were black. I just know the nose is black and the eyes are very, very dark. Oh, I hope I didn't just ruin that. There's his little nose. Let's go to the eyes. They're not circular. They're rather on here as a little slit. When this dries, I'm going to have to put the little dot of life on there too. If this looks like an open eye, you would think it's an open eye or he's sleeping sitting up. But I'm going to go ahead, paint their eyes in. I'll fast forward and I'll be right back when I'm finished. You know, I'm sorry, I said I was going to fast forward and I hit the pause button. So I'm almost through, and this is really not a... It's hard to see them. It's hard to see their little eyes. Let's go this one little, the last one here. Well, the nose is pretty simple. Let me double check this one. Well, I probably could round off the top a little more. It's hard to see where they are. Anyway, and to get the eyes even, he's somewhat sleepy. He's just waking up. This one, no, it was this one. I put the eyes maybe too far apart, but I can't even see unless one is right here, and it would be right on his nose. I mean, on his nose, so that's not right. Let's just get back to this little blue guy. And I can see the outline of his nose. The pen works fine. It's just a matter of trying to figure out where you're going to put it. And with a black marker, it seems like I think you only have one chance to get it right. Can't see very good. We'll get it. It's nighttime here, so my lighting isn't the best in my studio room here. I think that's good. Now I can see the slant of his eyes better than the other ones. They're just a little slant. I think I want this one to be swimming. I'm not sure. We'll just go with the flow. I'll make sure that's dried real well before I put the little white dot in their eyes. Okay, so the plan. I dug out some molds, and I wanted to stay closer to this size, which is just, I think, over 5 inches. I had a ruler here at one point, but these are the closest rounds I could find. So the plan, let's say with this bigger one, we could have him in the water, swimming towards the shore. And I'm working right side up on all these molds. I did have the little tray mold with the rim on it, but then that would have been too much work to do one side, then flip it, resin, do the other side. So I do have one more of these, but he's too big for this one. That takes up a lot of room, and I want to have a little decoration with him. So let's say we put him here, The little white, oh, that one's not. We're doing something different. The little white ones can sit up here. And this little one, he can have a small coaster too. This is just a round that I've had for some time. Now, I could have this one. There's room for him, okay? But this little guy, we're going to paint him. This little polar bear is going to turn into a brown bear. Because I do have this mold. I do have this coaster mold, which is the log. It's really a cool mold. You know, you can see all the rings in the log. And I thought if he was a brown bear, he could be sitting on a log. So we're going to do him differently. Then I had these little trees that came from this mold. And I think I have this listed on the my Amazon storefront. But 3 pine trees. And I made doubles of a couple earlier this year or before Christmas. And I'm thinking about joining them together and have them as a decoration. But we'll see. Let's get him painted first, and then we'll worry about pouring resin. So what I have, this is just this had dark copper mica in it, this little cup. And of course I'm going to use my polyurethane. Now someone asked me what this is actually. If you look on my Amazon storefront, you can see a picture of what it is. You can get it at any hardware store or even Walmart. It's, I think the brand is Velour. Brand doesn't matter. It's just a water-based polyurethane, and it is specifically made for protecting wood. But it works great with mica powders. So that's what I've been using my micas for, mixing it with the polyurethane, and then you can actually paint on your resin, and it works out beautifully. So I have a brush, I have my little water with a little bit of dish soap. That helps when you're painting and you put your brushes in. Now I dug out all kinds of brown powders here. A little bit of green for the log, dark brown for the log. Now this K-resin is a champagne, and I brushed that on a mold, and I really don't care how the color, I don't care for the color, how it turned out brushed on, but I don't know how it would look mixed in. So there's a difference. However, I'm thinking I could make him a black bear, but then we'd lose all of his features basically. So I'm going to go brown bear, and this is the closest color to a brown bear or grizzly. But then I have this gold from Just For You Online UK. And I have umber and light brown, but I think this is the closest we're going to get. But if we add the gold to it, maybe it'll change my outlook on this color. So let me just get my little scoop. And I'm not going to need a lot of it. But I did use this technique on the Resincrete, and it worked beautifully. It worked really, really pretty. Worked out pretty and beautiful and easy. So I don't need a lot, but we want to color that. The polyurethane is going to dry clear. I'll add a little gold, lighten him up. Let me wipe this off. Let's add about the same of each. How's that? He's going to be a brown bear that has some shimmer to him. A little stick. Let's just stir this up. I think that might help that champagne color. So basically, probably need a little more brown. And I don't know if I want to go the champagne. Well, let's do it. Because I want to be able to distinguish the browns between the log and the bear. So I don't know what this little scoop measures. Maybe what? It's bigger than a quarter of a teaspoon or tablespoon. I'm not sure. Doesn't matter. We're just going to paint. So I hope you all had a wonderful New Year's. I had a gig that night. It was fun. We played a family New Year's Eve party at the bowling alley. It was really fun. Kids enjoyed it. I love it when we play music and kids are there. They're so cute to hear a live band. Not too long ago, a little girl came up to me and she said her name was Lily. And I said, well, hello, Lily. And I told her I had a cat named Lily. And anyway, she says to me, is this going to be a concert? I said, well, of course it's going to be a concert. Have you been to a concert before? And she says, oh, no, this is my first concert in my lifetime, or my life. She was 8 years old. It was priceless, just priceless. So the little Lily had a good time listening to the band and dancing. But it was sweet. She was at her first concert. All right, here we go. You know, I have a lamp here. It's not even facing. There we go. See what this does, eh? Okay. Well, he's going to be gold. Gold brown bear. Do you think it needs to be darker? Gosh, I almost think it needs to be darker. I think it needs to be a little darker, actually. Let's put a little, light brown in there and see what happens. Now, these micas in the smaller bags I have here, these are from the soap shop. I found them on Amazon when I first started resin work, and oh, they had quite a selection, and I'm still working on it. I still have quite a bit of it left. Is that about the same? What do we think? Would that darken it up? I think it might, but I think we might need more. Okay. We'll do it. We'll just go with this color right now, right here, whatever it ends up to be. Far cry from a polar bear, but sometimes we just make some simple changes. See the whites coming through. And I could have painted him brown with brown paint first, which I probably should have done because I learned that when I was doing when I was doing my little seahorses. No, not the seahorses, the cross. The beautiful angel wing cross I did. I realized I needed to do a foundation of paint first and then do the micas over. But I think we're going to be good with this little guy. See some bubble holes under there. I just didn't like this color. He would have been a dirty polar bear. I'm going to have to get a different brush for up here, I think. Okay. Fills in pretty well, really. Look at that little tail. Oh my gosh. You know, when I was a little girl in Canada, on a Sunday afternoon, Saturdays or Sundays, a lot of families in our little town, we'd go drive out to the garbage dump, and it was a big pit, you know, a big pit in the ground, and the folks parked the car right around the rim of the garbage dump, and you could have a picnic lunch or whatever. on the rim of the dump, and we watched the black bears. That's what we did for entertainment. Watch the black bears play or rummage through the garbage dump. That was a highlight of a Sunday afternoon. Bet you that doesn't happen anymore. There was another time a black bear came in our back porch, right through the back door. My dad chased him out with a broom. Because we lived right on the edge of the bush, or the forest. And I have pictures of when I was very small. My father had built a play yard out back with posts and wire and a roof on it, so I could be outside to play and be protected from the bears. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, I remember that. There we go. Look at the little bum. Gives a little bum. There we go. I'll finish him up. Get a smaller brush. But I think that's an okay color. Now if I can get a hold of him there. Paint his feet. I'm going to have to go wash my hands. Let me finish painting his nose. I'll get a smaller brush, wash my hands, and I'll be right back, okay? You know what? Just as I was cleaning up, I got to thinking. I have some little fish. I have some little fish from Temu that we can put in the water. So, these are rather tiny. They've got flail little flat fins. That one will look perfect with our glitter fish, wouldn't it? There's some blue. But then, I was hoping there was some green. Pink. I don't want pink. Let's take a few of these yellow ones. Let's just take a few. Save those. Take these yellow ones. Maybe the blue one. How many do you think we're going to need? I like odd numbers. Well, there's 6. We might not use them all. But I have a whole little bag full. These are from Temu. And, once again, polyurethane. Whoops. I'll tell you, putting this in a bottle was a lifesaver. Worked out really well. Put that in a bottle and I can just squirt in what I need. So here I've got just a cup with another green I used one time ago. I'm just going to gather a little bit of this Resin, and this is a beautiful green. I need to get more from them. And by the way, today, as a matter of fact, Resin authorized me with a affiliate link. So I will have that down in the descriptions below, because I have used their resin before and I do like it. I just ordered some deep pour from them, but they sent me all these micas, like 24 micas, when the last time I had bought my deep pour resin from them. So today I became an affiliate. And that's exciting. So I have a coupon code. All my affiliates are listed in my descriptions down below. And I also had someone ask me about the Amazon storefront. Some people thought that I sell my own product on that. But just to clear that up, so some of you who don't know, and a lot of artisans on YouTube have their Amazon storefront. What that is where they list all the products that they use, that they have purchased from Amazon. And if you go through their link into their Amazon storefront, they get a little kickback from Amazon. So So it's not a store per se that we build with our own products. It's what we purchase ourselves from Amazon and then pass that on to you if you're looking to see what it is we used in a particular project. So I'm just going to paint these green. Underwater fish kind of look green, I think. And it doesn't have to be perfect. I don't know how well this plastic will keep that on. We'll just give it a go. How's that? We'll let them dry while we're playing around. I just wiped it off. Guess we'll have to goop it on pretty good. I could use testers, but that was a real bright green. Don't want real bright green. So these are cute. And while I'm talking about my affiliate links, I have an affiliate link for Temu, but I don't list the links because they're very hard to find on Temu. So I'm sure if you got on Temu and punched in tiny plastic fish, you'll find these. And I tried just using the numbers that come up on the, the little bags they ship them in. It doesn't take you anywhere really. So if you're needing something that I have gotten from Temu and you can't find it, just let me know, because I know where to start to find it, but I just don't list them because it's really time consuming actually. I could have done these black and made some salmon-y, but we'll just call these trout. It just will take a second. And I've been trying to use little containers. I didn't here, but you can put like wax paper on this little cup and the polyurethane. It'll stay, it'll stay damp for a while, but if you have very tiny containers with lids you can screw on, you can save it with your color in it and it'll last a long time. So I do have a couple that I did that with. Come on, just hold on. I'm not a lefty. There we go. So I hope you enjoy my videos and thank you so much for watching. Stay with me because I'm going to be having a giveaway soon, I hope, because I'm almost to my first big stepping stone in YouTube, and that is 1,000 subscribers. So I'm going to have a giveaway, and hopefully that won't be too... Okay, I'm back with a few more things to do. I went ahead and used up the rest of my green mix of polyurethane and mica, and I painted more little fish just so we have plenty to go around. And I'm going to set that aside to dry. Our little brown bear is dry already. Look at that. He turned out pretty cute. He's all dry. And these trees. Oh, also, the rest of the little brown mica mix, I put in a little glitter container that I had emptied, so that comes in handy. Now for these trees. This big one is quite large. I'm not sure how it would work. And, matching them up isn't, you can't match them up, but you can come close. And I'm thinking about matching these up, not knowing if I'll use them both, but I'm thinking I'm going to take some E6000 and glue these together the best I can. I'll probably cut the trunks off, but I'll do that outside with my Dremel. And possibly while I'm doing that, I can try to even out the edges a little bit. So this is what I'm going to do. If I can get the lid off. Oh my goodness. I have a hole in my lid here, and so air gets in there. And my glue gets a little dry, and gosh, I got to take my pliers and try to open that up. I can't get it today. Oh, where's my strength? Tear your fingers off. There we go. Here we go. So I have a hole, which means I get all these goobers on top, and I have to break the seal. Usually just go in there with my X-Acto and peel that rough stuff off. All right, there. And E6000 works pretty good on resin pieces. Let's just get, I'll try to get where you can see me. I noticed I had to run through what I recorded already because I thought I hit the pause button when I shouldn't have hit the pause button. But it all worked out great. I have everything. So I didn't lose any footage. I was worried about that. So make this quick. I'm just going to put a whole generous amount on here and see if I can't put these two together. And even if I have to Dremel the edges to match things up, it's no big deal. And I'll just let that ooze out if it needs to. Take a couple of clothespins here, and that should be dry by the time we need it. Okay, maybe I'll go the other direction. There, clothespins or clips or something. So that's drying. We'll do this other one. Like I said, get a good wad on here. So we'll have a little bit of dimension. And I'm second guessing myself on that big 8-inch coaster. I really am second guessing myself. So I'm thinking maybe I'll just do save the white one, and I can do that another time, maybe a white polar bear, and just work with the blue one on the second size up. So I guess we'll see, but I don't think I'm going to pour resin tonight. I think I'll wait till morning, but then if I have another cup of coffee, I might be good to go. Hard saying. I just wanted to get these things prepped for you, and I had a whole bag of clothespins, and I don't know where they went. Let me scoot you down a little bit. And when the E6000 oozes out, you can just peel it up. It comes off really well. Here we go. All right, there's that. Now, more preparation. Last prep. We don't have to worry about the wood round. We need to do this one. And we need to do these two. Like I said, this one, it's just, I'm thinking it's really too big. Really too big. So if I replace the blue, little blue guy on here, we could save the glitter. Or we could put him on a smaller one. I guess there'd still be room. Hey, I'm not sure. Let me grab another one of these and we'll just go ahead and do all 5. Okay, we'll just do it that way and not worry too much about it. So then we've got our little white bear. So, you know, I've tried the ocean resin, you know, where you put your blue down and your stones and your shells, and then you take your white and you blow it to move it and make waves. I've only done that, twice, I believe. I'm not real versed on it, so I'm going to do something a little different because I don't think we're going to need waves per se, but we do need an edge. So I want to have white partially on one side and then the water on the other. And it might look like a bit of a cliff because I don't think on anything I've seen about the Arctic where you actually see a beach. I might have in Antarctica seen pictures about that, but as far as the North Pole goes, I'm sure they're beaches, but we're going to simplify this a little bit. Now what I have here, and I should have played with it prior to this, is a silicone putty. I found this on Amazon. I should have played with it to soften it up. This is called E-Fusing 900 Moldable Silicone Putty. Waterproof, removable, and reusable. Dielectric strength, works in extreme temperatures. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a boundary where the water meets the shore. And I'm going to pour my white resin first. Let that get tacky. Then we'll remove this and pour in the blue water. But that I'm going to have to do in the morning because it's getting late here. But I might be able to pour the white tonight. And if I pour the white tonight, I'm going to use the K-Resin Snow Mica. Just have a beautiful white portion of resin. That's the plan. And I usually try to be prepared, but I want this to go straight across that. Pardon me. Oh, this is tough. I should have probably had it in an airtight container. I'll have to find one and put it in that. It makes a great barrier, and that's the whole idea. So say Blue Bear here. Say we're going to put him in the water. But I'm not going to have much room for land with this one, even if he goes this way. So I will just put a barrier of silicone here. I could bring it closer. And just pour my white resin, okay? So rather than have you go through all of that, I'm going to go ahead and make the barriers and try to pour the resin tonight. And then tomorrow we can mix up the blue. And I hope that sounds okay with you. So I won't keep you for the rest of the evening. I just wanted to give you a heads up of what I'm doing, okay? Have a good night, everyone. I'll see you in the morning. Take good care. Bye. Hello, everyone. I thought I'd wait for you this morning. I didn't pour anything last night. All I did was get the silicone into the molds. Let me move our little bears here, and I'll show you what I did. I added a little texture to them. So on the inside, this will be the white on this side, and so the inside I made some rough little ridges. I just used a fork, patted it in there, and a toothbrush, and just made it rather rough so it might look like the edge of the ice. And so I want to have that facing the inside because I do have this on a heating mat and my leveling board. Okay, so I mixed up 6 ounces of resin, just guesstimating, but I do know that this one, the log takes almost 1.5 ounces. So before we get started, I'm going to take out 1.5 ounces of the resin that we're going to color browns with the browns. So let me just get, let's see, I need a scoop or shovel. Let's try a spoon. So I'm just going to guesstimate over here. We're going to do 1 ounce, probably the darker brown. And then we're going to do maybe a little part of it, maybe 1/4 of an ounce, a little tiny bit of green, and the rest of dark brown. And I'm spooning it in here because I know myself and I'd probably really make a heck of a mess. So I could have done this on the scale. So let's just say that's our 1 ounce, okay? I'm just going to put it in that bigger container so we can mix mica in it. So that's almost 1 ounce. My resin was a little bubbly this morning. It's my Let's Resin 1:1 ratio regular resin, and I had to put it in the debubbler because it was pretty bubbly. So we might have a little extra. Let's call that good for the light brown. And then I'm just going to take one more little container, and we're just going to do a little bit of green. So I've got this beautiful green, the K resin. Showed you that. Then we've got the mocha and the umber. But I brought a little bit of that gold back with me. So it's called, well, oh, this is a different one. This is called wheat. And this is a Temu product. So I think I'm going to go with the umber. That almost looks too dark. But then what colors are bare? We need a distinct. We're going to go dark. We're going to go mocha. Okay. That settles that, Billy. So I guess what I want. Oh, I'm scared to do it backwards like that, really. Give me just a second to figure. Let me figure. No, we're going to do that. That's going to be our dark. Let's just get 1 scoop of this beautiful. Look at that. Not pretty. Hope you can see me. Alright, I'm standing up. So there's our dark brown. There it is. I don't think we'll need much. And then let's add our gold to this one. Or our wheat, excuse me. I'll wipe this off with a paper towel. Let's add our little bit of wheat. We'll do a good helping. And then we'll go on to just a little bit of the green. This is beautiful. Evergreen, it's called, by K Resin. And I used quite a bit of it. Look at the size of these bags they sent me. And these were 24 packs of a variety of colors that came with an order of deep pour resin. That was a very lovely bonus. Alright. I'm going to mix these all up. Let's stick here. Let's start with the gold. Ooh. That's pretty. Just to give us the inside of our... Gosh, I've got to hurry. I put the debubbler on 9 minutes. I'm supposed to have 45 minutes of work time with this resin, but it has been cold. I had the heater on. I do have, you know, heat in this room, but I put the little side heater on. Oh, can you see that? Look at that. Hoping it would warm up my resin, but it's been in the debubbler. And normally this resin has no bubbles when I mix it. Alright, let's go this brown. Mocha, look at that. I'm afraid to put it in the middle, I really am. But maybe, because of the ridges inside this mold, maybe, just maybe, it won't move as quickly as it would in a flat bottomed mold. I'm just going to do it the normal way. I'm kind of afraid to risk it. But first of all, I'm going to take a little bit of this green. I'm just going to have some areas of the green throughout, like moss would grow. I don't want a lot, maybe just one side. Like that. Bring it in just a little bit. Just scrape that out in a second. And we'll put our, let's go ahead with the dark. Get our dark around. Did you get any of that recording? Oh my goodness. It stopped at 2 minutes. I know my battery's good, but it's not recording. Is it? I guess, I don't know, darn it. I try to keep things off of this phone so I don't use up the memory, and as long as it looks like it's still going. I might have lost you in the first part. Let me just mix up some white here. And I'm going to pour it in. And if I lose you, I'm so sorry. Let's just see what happens. Look at that. I'm going to do 2 good scoops. We want this white. Yeah, look how thick it is. It's warming up. Sure is pretty. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's lovely. Okay. Okay. And I can spritz that with alcohol with the bubbles there because that's the underside. Let me pull this in, and I want to be sure to go on the right side. And of course I see, oh, where's my tape in here? I've got one little piece. We've got gold in there. Oh, come on. Will gold matter? Oh, I don't want you on there. Just get that off. And clean up the other side later. But we're going to let this set just long enough to where I can peel this silicone barrier out. And then we'll go on with the blue, so that shouldn't take too long being on the mat. All right, here we go. You're going to be here. Well, hello. This didn't take very long. However, I was sidetracked this afternoon, so didn't get right back to them. But I did peel off our bit of silicone off the one, and look at that. It comes off fairly easy. There's a couple of pieces in here. I'll just have to get the tweezers out and pick that off. A little bit stuck in there, but once we pour, we won't even see that, I don't believe. And we've got our ridges, just like I was hoping for. So I'm going to go ahead, get the rest of this off of here, but let me show you how simply it comes off. I did put it in an airtight container, and this silicone putty comes in a little roll. That's about 1 inch thick, and I don't remember how many feet you get, maybe just 18 inches or something, but I'll just use it again. It's getting rather dirty. When it gets too dirty, I'll toss it out, but we'll just gradually, I don't want to lift the bottom suction off the white part of the mold, but we'll just pull that away. So there might be a little cleaning up to do, but at least I have a barrier. I just didn't want the blue and the white blending and all of that, because like I said, I'm not well versed in oceans or beaches. So let me go ahead and take that off, and I'll mix up some resin. But let's look right here. Let's look at our stump. ooh, we won't know, will we? We just won't know till we get it out of there. Oh, Bert wants out. They're in for the night. That's my rule. Everyone's in at night. Okay, here we go. Shall we see? Ta-da! Oh, that looks good. Could have had a little more gold or wheat in the bottom there. It's thin. I thought it was a thicker mold than this, but there's a translucency right there. Oh, darn it. But you know what? I might top coat. I probably should, so we can set our bear in there. So let's take a peek at my thoughts on the bear. Just a little bit. Now, I did clean up the glue from the trees that I double-sided, and I went in with my X-Acto knife and just kind of clipped the obvious points from the other side that showed through, and then I did cut the trunks of the trees down, so it's going to be hard to see it this way. But what I want to do is have our little bear and have a couple of trees standing up like that, and I might find a little log or something and we'll make room so a cup could sit on that, or it could just be a trinket tray. But that's my plan for the little bear, and I will top coat it so we can get everything set in and fill in that gap right there. But I'm not going to worry about putting it back in the mold. So that one is basically ready to go. I did paint some more fish green, so we had a few more. So those are dried and ready to go. So like I said, I'll mix up some resin and get right back with you. Oh, and by the way, I had to clean off my phone. I mean, it updated, and then all these games were put on my phone. I don't play games on my phone, so I had to go in and delete a bunch of things, so I shouldn't lose any more filming. So I'll be right back. You know, before I mixed my resin, I got to thinking again that could be dangerous. But I thought, let's finish the eyes on the little bears in case we go ahead and set them in the resin this go around. Okay, so I have my tester's paint here. This is my white. Come on, you. This bottle here is, well, they send you acetone to clean your brushes with because it's a latex paint. So this is just acetone in here, and this is an older bottle they sent me. If I can open it, oh my goodness. Well, can't open that right now. I normally don't like to work in the lid of the tester's paint because for instance, it'll stick and you can't get it open again sometimes. So I have a very small dotting tool here, and I have some toothpicks. Doesn't matter. I think the toothpicks are a bit smaller, so I think I might go with that. And I'm just gonna take my little bear and put the little dot of life in it, in the eye, and I'm just gonna go on this one to the right a little bit. Are you gonna work? Come on, give me some paint here. To the right side of the eye. And then when you do, gosh, that doesn't show up very good. I think I have to stand, I can't see. God, how many times have I said that today? I can't see. That's better. And then when you do the second eye, you do it in the same place. Like I went to the left, or excuse me, my right, so I went on my right on that one, which is a little darker. Let me darken this one up a little bit, so I went on the right. And there you go. It just gives them life. So you're not just looking into cold black eyes. Try it again on this one. Okay, I have that done. I mixed 4 ounces. Excuse me, 8 ounces. 4A, 4B. We have 8 ounces. And my resin was able to warm up throughout the day. Look at that. There's not very many bubbles at all. Very, very small amount. And that's why I like this resin so much. Okay. Now I was looking for blue. And I was trying to determine, well, I keep forgetting who's blue. The little blue bear. I was trying to get something. It's not quite his color, but I was trying to get a blue that would, what's the word? I can't think of the word. Different. Make it different. Differentiate. Anyway, here I go. It's late in the day. Okay, so I'm going to take this blue. It's called Wathet, and this is from Estoyu. It's a pearl essence pigment. I'm going to take that blue, and I thought I grabbed a dark blue. I'm going to have a little bit of dark blue. That's coffee. Sky blue. There. Let's try this just for you online UK. Sky blue color paste and see what that does. Okay, because I'm going to have a little bit of dark blue. The majority is going to be light blue. So let's just go ahead and mix those here before I bring the coasters over. And I wanted some smaller cups, so I'm just going to go one for the dark blue. I want to keep some clear, so we're going to need a bigger cup for the light blue. Just use one of these. And I pulled out a little bit of green, but I don't think I'm going to go green. I think I'm just going to go the 2 blues and see what happens. And then I also have this wave effect. Now, I got this a long time ago, and I think I got it from Craftsman. And I opened it today for the first time. Actually, I thought it was a pigment. I mean a paste. It's actually powder. So there is a little bit of English here. And it says, add in the pigment, a transparent resin to stir thoroughly. Well, white pigment for creating sea wave effect in epoxy resin. Well, there you go. That's clear. We got that figured out, don't we? All right, be quiet, Billy. I think I might have to, well, I don't know if I'll raise you a little bit or not, but let's get a little dark blue in here. So I just want a little bit towards the back. I keep calling these coasters, but I don't know if they're going to be coasters or just little trays. It's going to be pretty blue. Let's get a little bit in here. See what happens. Okay, I'm calling it on that. That's enough. Or that, it's pretty thick stuff, especially when you put 2 scoops in. I was able to make 3 more hearts with that. And you know, I don't think I'm gonna, well, I need my gloves so I clean up my mess. Let's see if there's anything happening over here. Oh, that's the dry one. Yes, that's dry. Gee. All right. What's under that? That one's pretty darn full. Let's get some fish. I guess I'll just use the tweezers. Oh, fishy, fishy. Where'd I put you? Over here. All right. So, I'm wondering. Always wondering, what's that? There's a bubble. If I should set the bears in here, mate, so they look like they're underwater a little bit to be swimming. There's another fluff. There's more in this one. I don't know what. Now we're getting bubbles. And fluff. Gosh, I try so hard to keep this room picked up. Clean. Don't see anywhere else. Okay, let's just do it. I am wasting so much time today. All right. So let's just say, I'm sticky. I'm all over the place. I don't want to manhandle him if I'm all sticky. So, how did I have him? I was having him going away because I'm going to put things right here in this corner, and that'll still give us space over here for whatever we want to do. Oh, how deep is that? Gosh, if he goes right to the bottom. Well, now I'm just seeing this too. Gosh, Billy. Because I don't want to glue them just on top. Let's just see what happens with this one. I know he's everybody's favorites, but he wasn't really mine. There you go. Swim, baby. It's not too bad. Okay. Swim, little bear. And we're going to give you some fish. I just had them. Like he's chasing some fish over here. Can you see? You really can't. Let me move this over a little more. There we go. I'm sorry. Should we come down a bit? Remember, this is manual labor here. That should be all right. Okay. Fiddling and fussing. Little green fish. They're gonna be, they see you coming, they're heading out, dude. They're gonna go, bye-bye. Oh, he's close. He's like, oh man. Don't leave me behind. They're cute. I'm glad I colored them. all upside down in here though. It's too bad they're all going the same way, you know what I mean? They're all molded the same at the same angle. Should I dunk them under? Guess I better before this starts heating up. Whoops. Yeah, it's getting thick. Go. Can I see you? Yes, we can see them. That's all right. That's really cool, actually. I like that. I really like that. Okay, we'll give him a couple more. We better get to the other little guy. I got 3, 4, 5, like odd numbers. Don't know if we'll be able to see that one. He's saying, what's going on? They're saying, turn around, dude. Turn around. Okay, whoops. Sure, the little swimmer. I'm just gonna go plunk you in there too. Same angle, same way. Ta-da! Oh, I have to sit down. I'm happy though. All this mess and fuss, and I'm happy. And this one we were gonna do the white. No, you can't see me over here. Okay, back to moving. Back to moving. Here we go. We're sliding over. There we are. Okay, I dropped one somewhere. Over there. Okay. The little glitter fish, the little glitter ones. Oh, and his tail's all whacked out like they didn't trim it, but I think we can bury it. Whoops, he's over. Shoot, well, might not be able to see those. Let's go over here. Is that a colored one? It's kind of pink. He's got a bubble right there by his nose. There we go. Sort of. Get that out. Now they're going to show up. Bubbles. Okay, everyone. I'll leave you to yourselves so you can enjoy the rest of your... This is evening now. Day or evening. Whatever it is, and you're part of this wonderful world of ours. Take good care. I'll see you tomorrow, and we will finish these. All right? Good night, everyone. Thank you for watching. See you in a short. Hello, everyone. I hope you're all well today. Let's do some embellishing. But before I do, let me just show you the little hearts that I poured with the excess resin, which are the pocket hug hearts, I think, or you could use them for your phone grips, magnets. This is the white that I used it for that waving foam that I couldn't get to work, but I guess I'll Google it and see exactly how you're supposed to use it. Oh, I'll have to put a sticker on there or something. Oh, it's a hair. There's always a hair in Billy's world. So, those turned out pretty. We'll use those for Valentine's. Now, here, of course, is our log, but we have holes. It's quite thin, and I'm going to do a top coat and then set our little bear in there. But before I do that, I have to take some liquid latex right here. This is Monster brand. I've got that off of Amazon, and then I put some in a little bottle here. I might just have enough to go around the edges of this coaster. So let's see if I can get it out of there. Did it dry up? Of course it did. So let's get a pin. Get a pin and clean that nozzle out real quick. There's just one big glob at the tip. This stuff's pretty amazing. You know, if you can always tape the bottoms of your coasters, but with the rigid edge like this, it seems much easier. There we go. To just use some of this liquid latex. So I'm just going to go around, whoa, the edges here. This dries really quickly. Just do a little at a time. I'm just going to bring it out to the edges. And I'll worry about the bottoms later. I'll probably do little bumpers. Possibly, I could do cork, but bumpers will work just fine. And all you do is bring this to the edge. And I'm going to go where this thin part is, because we don't want it running out the hole there. Just go around. Bring it to the edges. It turns yellow when it's cleared, and when you pull it off, it's fun. It's like putting glue on your hands when you were a youngster and peeling it off. That was always fun, wasn't it? Pat it, make sure it gets there. I got some. Hopefully I'm not going to go over the edge when I pour. Just going to be very careful with the top coat. Bring that in a little bit just in case. And we should be fine. All right, let me get rid of this little thing. They come in handy for that. All right, I'm going to set this aside. However, I did get some on the edges there, but I don't know. I might have to do a coat over the edge because this is a matte finish, and then I'm just kind of picking that off of there. It's a matte finish, and then the sides will be dull and the middle will be shiny. Might have to reconsider that idea. All right, put this aside out of my way. Now, let's see what we have here. Oh, put that. Oh, it seems like wherever I'm at, I'm running out of room. Now, let's stand up in a minute. Our little bears are set in. I did have a little bits of fluff on here, so I just took a razor blade and scratched it, and then those will disappear when we put the top coat on. But there, the shiny fish didn't show up, and it was getting thick when I pushed them under. I can see the little green one. This bear over here, he's got quite a few little green fish, so you can see how that worked out. The waves there, oh, they're kind of cool, but not what I was hoping. Probably didn't even need any. Okay, so I'm going to try to angle this phone. So you can get, if I move it here and angle it this way, you may be able to see if it'll stay a little better as to what I'm trying to do. Let me raise you just a little bit too. My messy countertop. So, pardon my fingers. There we go. If I move this out, and remember where you are, there. Okay, we can start embellishing. Now, I pulled out all kinds of things. I pulled out some white sand, and I don't think we're going to use it all. We are going to use these, though. these little crystals, little plastic crystals that you put in your plants. We're going to use those for sure. I did get some, I have some white aquarium rock, but those aren't going to match up with the sheen or color-wise, so you can use them, but I'm not going to. What else do I grab? I think just those things, plus our bears, plus our trees. I have a little glitter here left. We might sprinkle that in. I have some snowflakes too. I don't know if we want to put snowflakes on there, if that would, you know, pretty much label them more of a Christmas thing. So I probably won't use those either, because I want to be able to have these out all year round. Here's some little bubbles that I had got from Temu, so we might put a few bubbles in there. Other than that, I think that's about all I grabbed. Now, I grabbed my E6000 because I want to place some of these things so they don't move when I put the resin in, so they don't, like, you know, skate around. A little E1000 without it oozing out the side should hold. Now, if you use super glue, that's a whole different story, because super glue has an effect on your resin. I mean, if you were to glue something down on resin and use super glue, if it oozes out, it has some weird effect and it damages your pour, actually. So to the side here, I'm going to put a little E6000 down because it's rubbery and I'm not going to use a lot, hopefully. So let's come to the far corner here with our little swimming blue bear. Well, I can move those. Let's just work on him. Let's see if you can get a good angle here. I'm going to try to turn you just a little more. Well, it's not going to hold. Bring this. See, then I have to bring that forward. Don't mind my cheese whiz there. Let's just stay like that. Okay, so what I need, he's swimming, so all I want to put over here really is some of these shiny, what do we call them, plastic shards, I guess. And I just want to keep things actually to one side, so there's still room if you want to put your jewelry on, or use, you know, this for actually you could still use it for a coaster. But you know what I don't know, and I'm sorry I haven't researched that either. I don't know the heat safe aspect of this Let's Resin. So I just don't know, and I think I'm missing something. Oh, I know what I had made, but they didn't match up. I also had some crystals in a little form, you know, but the little molds for standing up crystals, but the color just wasn't gonna work right for me. So let's just set a few little crystals on the edge of the water. I think that'll just give it a little something. Find the bottom. Here's a flat side. What I'm doing, just a little bit, so they'll hold while I pour. Could make a little mountain, maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Stack them a little. Might be able to stack one up there. Sure. I'm not sure, but E6000 should hold it. Let me find a good edge here that might fit in there. We'll give it a shot. I think I'll just go. I'm going to need more glue. I'll have to put a wad on this one. Get it in the sides there so it'll set in between them. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Whoop, I got it over. See if that will hold right in there. That should be pretty, shouldn't it? We'll have some resin underneath and around that, and we'll just top these off. Should we do one more off to the side? Yes, I think so. Let's do one more. Find a straight edge here. Here's one. So this is what I'm going to do. We get all the stones on here, and then we'll think about maybe some of those little bubbles. So I'll consider him close to ready to pour. What do you think about that? I think that's pretty. Okay, let's scoot you up there. Let's grab the other little swimming bear, and we're going to do pretty much the same. More glue. Big old wad. I have it over here to my right with a little pop stick, and we'll just, rather than you, I'll do it. But let's do the one of the stand-up bears so we can see what that's going to look like, okay? Hi everyone, I'm back. We had a power outage today, a little bit of a blizzard, so I had to stop because I wasn't sure if I could, finish, definitely with needing my lights on. So everything is about glued on here, and I've made 6 ounces of resin. Now, I have to show you the little bear in the tree. I found the log, and I just put a little ladybug on there, and I thought that was just so cute. So we just need to top coat him, but I want to put a few rocks down. I think I'm getting carried away, but see if I can turn this just a little more. Nope, that's flat. I'll just back him up a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to do a little bit of accents on these babies before I top them off with all the rest of the resin. I hope 6 ounces is okay. It's a bit bubbly. I didn't warm it up, and I didn't use a debubbler. I thought, well, we'll just take it a little bit at a time. So in my little cup here, I'm just going to put a few stones, not even a full teaspoon of stones. I just want to put a few stones, maybe behind the tree and in that little corner there. So a few stones, just get a little spoonful of resin. Won't need much. I just want to coat them. So I'm over here. Let me get this to where you can at least partially see me, and hopefully by then the bubbles will have dissipated. So let me just get a little in here, cover them up, and that should be plenty. Am I too close? I should back you up a little bit too. I need to see. Miss Wanda, if you're watching, could you please let me know what kind of a camera that you use, or the stand? I need to do something possibly a little different, or at least upgrade maybe. If I can, we'll just see how things go. So I think I have a little silicone brush over here that I can poke and probe things with. So let me just, I don't want to go over the ladybug or anything like that. I'm just going to put a few rocks if I can and not get it on the bear. Right in there by the log. Let's give it just one more little accent. Let's push those in. Yeah, the leaf was a maple leaf that I had, and of course these aren't maple trees, so I didn't go with that. But I did like the log, and then I thought of the little ladybugs, and I got those from Temu some time ago, and they're just cute. Cute, cute. I want to get one right back in here if I can do it with this right in. There's a gap there. And that's what I'm going to do. Try to fill a few of these gaps. And then we'll go on to the white polar bears. But I thought this is just, I think this might be my favorite. This one here with the trees. It just might be my favorite. Let's get a few back here just to cover up anything. Just to make it look, I don't know. I'm just talking. Let me just go ahead and fill this in. Oh, that's so pretty, isn't it? I think that's, I'll just use what we have here. Oh, that's so good. One's rolling off. Let's get over here. Maybe that one's too big. It does not want to go there. Does not want to belong. Neither does that one. So we'll just call that good. I'm going to move him because when I pour the rest, I'm going to have him sitting on a cup so we can go over the edges. All right, there he is. One little last look for now. Hello everyone, welcome back. Let's demold these little bears. Let's start out. Look at here. I knocked this off the cup twice. He's kind of bent, so I need to flatten him out a little bit. But look how he turned out. This one is so cute. I think this one is my favorite. He's in a little puddle of resin, but everything is secure. The trees are nice and straight, and all we need to do is get this rubber off where oh, it overflowed there. I'll have to do a little trimming, but look how that peels off like glue. I love this stuff. But I'll clean this up, get all those edges cleaned up. And I have some bumpers here that I'll put on the bottom of all of them. And I got these off of eBay. They're listed in my storefront for Amazon. I got them off eBay. No, I didn't. I got them off Amazon. Excuse me. They're on my Amazon storefront. Oh, I have eBay on the brain today for some reason. But anyway, there's our little woodland bear. And I thought he was going to be dull. I'm glad we painted him. He's cute. The log and the stones and the ladybug all showed up. Let's put him aside. All right. The swimmers. Now, we lost a little bit of our blue bear because of the color in the water, but the fish showed up nicely. Like I said, I'm going to have to review and practice with that wave powder, but I like how the crystals and there showed up and a little glitter. You can see the sand, but it just gave it more of a little texture there. But I think, look at, he's right underwater. I tried to put some little bubbles here, so like he's breathing under there. We'll just demold him. And let's see what these edges look like. I don't think I'm going to color the edges. I could, if I did it in a silver, would be pretty. But I'm not real sure about that. The bottom's nice and smooth, so little bumpers, and he's complete. There's your little blue one. I know a lot of people favored that one. Here's the other swimming bear with the glitter flakes in it. I think that's cute too. The bubbles showed up. He's got one fish, one under the ice here, or two under the ice. You can barely see the rest, but I'm very happy with that one too. I like how the stones added a little something something, but a little rough right here. I'll just take that off. Simple enough, but he's really cute too. Look at that. His eyes are just above water. You can see his little nose under the water. That's cool. All right. Now this little one. Oh, he's sweet. He's sweet. We have a couple fish you can see under the water, but this one you can see a little better. A little glitter in the water here. Glitter and the sand. Everything is locked in. Oh, there's a bubble back here. Can you see that? That's, well, there's bubbles in the ice, but I think that one's priceless too. Looks really good. They come out of these molds really nicely. Oh, he's sweet, isn't it? And then the little one that's cuddled up. Love this one too. Look at her. I'm going to say her. Now you can see her fish. And the rocks and everything is in there nicely. I probably went overboard, as I normally do. But I think, you know, we could leave some steps out. If you want to try this, let me know if you try these little bears. They're pretty darn sweet. What's that? Just a little... But you can see, if you look at the edge of the ice underneath there, it's rigid. But overall, I hope you like them. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and I will see you all in the next video. Take good care, everybody. Sending hugs. Bye.